Well, guys, in this last update that just came out for the old gen consoles, soon to be on the next gen consoles, there's actually a really interesting addition EA made that looks really, really nice. So we're gonna talk about that. It's an SBCs. Some are saying RIP Paletools or whatever, but it's not gonna happen, but we'll talk about it. Also, Total Rush Team 2 leaks are now in. We've got an SBC leaked to come also. And we'll look at some of our first old gen reactions to this new update. So thanks for being here, though. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Appreciate every last one of you. Angel Gomez came out today. Looks like a pretty good card, actually. Really nice all-around stats, and he also can play box-to-box plus, so thanks for that. I actually can use a card that they released. That's cool. It's just funny that some cards are going to come out where you're like, oh, I mean, I can't even be even remotely interested in this card because I don't use those tactics at all. So also the base icon upgrade, it did drop today, so that was exciting. I will not have this for today's video, actually. I don't have enough fodder for it. I don't have enough fodder at all, so I'm gonna wait for Rivals rewards to come out. Probably craft some of these upgrades. Yeah, the 78 plus doubles, so I craft some of those and just try and get enough fodder for like tomorrow's video to open it. I'd like to remind you guys about some XP also, because as you guys know, there's objectives across multiple modes right now. They refreshed today at content time, so there's a lot of like really easy manager objectives that if you've not done them, go make sure you do them. Set up a training plan, hire a coach, make a tactical change, like 500 XP a pop, which is really, really nice. A lot of really easy objectives in here to get some XP for manager career and player career. And the weekly ones refreshed today, so try and do as many as you can before that refresh time so you can go do them again for the next week. Okay, the title of this video, the really interesting update EA added to SBCs on the old gen consoles coming shortly to new gen consoles. Look at what he can do now in the squad builder. We've got ignore position now, which is a massive improvement. That's why the squad builder really wasn't that great. It was because it inputted players on position only, and now it does not have to do that, which is a huge, huge addition. Max overall, minimum overall there too. It's really just a more enhanced version of the old squad builder that was the same for like 10 plus years. If we keep the video playing here, you can see how quickly it just loads in, load a high, gold, squad builder complete, and now your thing is built. Of course, this does not do compared to Paletools. Like as you can see, the requirements are not filled out, right? So if we go back here, there's no way to actually set up what the SBC is. So hey, put 6 rare players in there, build the squad for me like over and over again, like Paletools does. So Paletools is still going to exist, which I saw a Fut Sheriff basically say, yeah, Paletools, okay, bye. It's not even gonna be as close to as good as Paletools, I don't think, but it is still nice because it shows to me they're at least willing to make changes about the the SBC building system and how it can be really, really slow at times and tedious, right? Which obviously they like because more time on the game for us is great for them. Obviously not a coincidence that we get this year and Paletools was like, you know, coming mainstream last year, right? That's not a coincidence at all. I think EA are learning, hopefully, please God, that we don't have to spend 7 hours building SBCs. We don't have to, like, we can just have efficient building of SBCs quickly and we'll still spend a lot of time on your game. I promise it's really only probably going to help people spend more time on the game if they can build SBCs in like the blink of an eye, right? I'm sure they didn't add this until now because they were worried about that. And keep in mind, it's not as good as Paletools, so we're still going to wait for that this year. But, you know, I think there actually is something already for it. I think there's like a build already. But it's still nice to see that EA added this. Hopefully it means that they are looking in the future at the amount of time we spend on the menus, the tedious amount of time that just is unnecessary to me. The higher ups at EA they just love seeing how much time we spend on the game, and some of that's in SBCs, so keep it the same way. I think that's what their thought process was. Maybe that's now changing, so that's nice to see though. And then FIFA Trading Romania had this tweet earlier today. It was Team 1, Portugal, Team 2, Argentina. You can guess what that means, and it did come out later that was confirmed. That Lionel Messi has been added to come during Total Rush Team 2. I really like his inform card. You guys have seen it on my second channel a couple times now, I believe. I really think it's a great card. Hopefully this one ends up with a little bit more of a stat boost. In terms of pace, maybe, we will see. But yeah, that's the headline player for this next Total Rush team. No word today on the new Trailblazers design we saw yesterday, or whatever the card design is. Maybe it's not Trailblazers. There's been no word today, no update on what this could be. And the next leak was Di Lorenzo coming as an SBC during the Total Rush promo. This might not even wait till Team 2. This might come out today, right? He just says during Total Rush promo. We'll have to wait and see. But what this does do is give Kavara a great link, which I'm very excited for. And once again, the theory is proving massive massively correct that every SBC coming out right now is like very strategically linking together. Now that Kvaratskhelia has a link, people are going to want to do Di Lorenzo and Kvaratskhelia, right? People are going to want to do that. Morgan Swanson, all the French guys we had. People are going to complete crazy SBCs this year because of the new strategy that they've got going on. Next, we got a couple pack leaks, which, okay, Energizer pack looks like another 3 coin or 1 coin pack, whatever the heck the pack is nowadays. I forgot. Team of the week 1 through 5. All right, split decision pack. There's a 102 pick, 86 or higher. Whatever. Okay, here's a screenshot now of the 5-back before the old gen patch and then after the old gen patch, which is coming to new gen shortly. Best way to see it here is see this just tucked in 5-back, right? Just very, very narrow. This is even more narrow on new gen. On old gen, it's actually a little more spread out, which is funny because on new gen, this right back and left back are actually even just tucked in more, which is ridiculous. But this is what it is after here. Left back is way up here. The right back is like tracking back here on a counter attack. Left back staying up here too when they're in the box, which is nice to see. Now, this is old gen where the auto drop back isn't as bad. So that is a very important piece of this, but it does look like they did make it a bigger gap between the defenders. So that's what we're hoping. That's all we could hope for with this update, really, because how do you patch the 5-back without doing that? Well, the first thing would be patch defensive AI, but they're not going to do that ever. So we have to settle for this basically, and hopefully this actually makes a change. Like I said, this old gen is not as drop back heavy, so we're gonna see what it looks like on new gen coming up. It might come out today. There's been rumors of that, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully if the update manages to come out in like a few hours here after this video comes out, if you're still here after content time, maybe you played a couple games in the new update, tell me in the comments what you think of it. Or it might not be out until like next Monday, which is, I know, an update day usually, but that's changed this year a bit, so we'll see. But also I want to show you this. The icon SBC is about 200,000 coins. Cards over 200k is 15 and below 200k is 9. So looking at it that way, it's pretty good, but also the 9 is weighted more than the 15 that you could get. Always keep that in mind. And who you guys got in your icon pack, let me know. And then also if you like them or not. I'm curious to know which cards are good, which cards are not so good. And there are a lot of Reddit threads about burnout right now that people were already kind of burnt out with the game at the moment. So if you played a lot of Rivals today, considering we know that we got to get a lot of Rivals points, are you feeling that same way? Or, you know, how are you guys feeling right now? But once again, today I do think is going to be a great buy day. We talk about this every Wednesday. I mean, I'm making like 300k plus every single Wednesday right now. And it's going to be even better today, I think, because we're seeing the market drop already right now with like cards like Nico Williams and Chiesa and Koundé, right? We're already seeing them drop. They'll go down even further when the rewards come out today. Then they'll rebound back up again after, which at that point, probably 30 minutes to an hour after rewards when you look to buy, and then you flip just even as early as like 3, 4, 5 hours later. It's super, super easy. Today can be a huge coin making day for you guys with all meta cards, basically, apart from maybe the ones that are, you know, 30k or less, like the really, really low rated ones that you might expect to get packed a ton. It won't be the best, but other than that, you're looking good. But yeah, go make some coins today. And then I also wanted to mention that I'm very worried about Aerial Plus this year. Close has managed to be extinct at 250, 350, 450, and now he's 575,000 coins. I don't know why this card is apparently so good, but everyone loves using him, I guess. Got Aerial Plus, adding on Quick Step and Finesse Shot trait. If you use Close somehow, tell me if he's actually insane or not. I'm worried that Aerial Plus is like obviously the meta again this year, because I don't know why Close, like no one's selling this card. Nobody's selling him. Everyone's buying him. I don't know what's going on here, but if you've used him, please tell me. And okay, let's read your guys' comments now. Gabe says EA can't even get the menus to not lag without input delay. Having an open world environment is not going to help Ultimate Team at all. Yeah, it's true. And I want to shove down your throats. Like, why would I say that? But I do want to shove down your throats that delay is the biggest problem with this game, and don't forget it. I know Inception, like, well, I was going to say it again. Inception has also shoved it down throats for many years now, but I'm shoving it down. I'm a newcomer when it comes to shoving down throats. Delay is the biggest problem with this game, and there will not be anything comparing to that ever until that gets fixed. Nothing can. Accordion saying, so he mentioned how there's never nerfs to defensive AI, but how would that help the Finesse Shot Plus situation at all? If you were to nerf defensive AI, then Finesse Shots would probably go in even more. LOL, so his point makes no sense. If anything, you either nerf Finesse Shots or buff defense / goalie against Finesse Shots specifically. And I think you probably just misheard what I said, because I basically said the Finesse Shot Plus is really good, probably to the point where they need to fix it. But also, if you don't fix defensive AI ever, then it's just gonna make things harder to score, basically. I'm not asking to nerf defensive AI, then keep finesse shots the exact same. I'm asking to either nerf both or nerf neither of them, right? Because we got to figure out a way to score against crazy defensive AI. Right now, we're going against, I don't know, 85 defending players with a shadow. Imagine when we get towards higher pace, higher defending, more playstyle guys with the crazy defensive AI there already is. I mean, it's going to get even worse. So I do think they're too good. I also just think they need to go hand in hand with each other, because what are we going to do when it when they nerf every like OP way to score, but then do nothing with the defense? It's kind of like, all right, well, it's going to be even more of a slog fest out here. JJ Sema, I did get 45 points, but I headbutted through my drywall. It is not easy. Malaka Pereira says your comment on using a box-to-box role player without the plus for that role is so true. I was extremely lucky to have packed untradeable Jude Bellingham. He sucks so bad at box-to-box. He's often caught ball watching, and I have to keep triggering this guy to even think about moving on the pitch. I don't have a cam in my 4-4-2 to fully utilize him, and it feels so restrictive. And this is what I was saying earlier. I was hoping it wasn't in my head. I will try again and see if it maybe is not as bad as I'm thinking it is. But a box-to-box player without the plus, I mean, they just don't move out there a lot. They really don't. My McAllister was moving so much more than my box-to-box Bone Mati was. I mean, it's not even close. So yeah, I think this gets better as the year goes on because more players have more roles, which is nice. But you can go so long with an SBC coming out right now that's like, I can't really use that guy, even if I wanted to, even if the stats are good enough, the playstyles are good enough. Chem was easy to get, still can't because the role might not be very good. It's just, I worry, but we have to wait and see. I think a bigger problem right now is the grind. I think that this game is very time consuming. Like, they're attempting to make it very time consuming, which isn't like the worst thing inherently, but anyway, I guess that's a whole other topic for another day, I guess. But burnout is, I think, going to happen sooner this year than a lot of years, I feel like. But hey, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Have a great Thursday. I love you all. Peace.